weird. Ah, chat.
Yo, it's
What
up.
the fuck? What the
It's
fuck?
up.
What the fuck?
Yo.
Chat, we're live. We're back with another one. And you know what? I'm going to just get down to the nitty gritty. Welcome to another edition of What the Hell is Happening in Sports X Bay State Media collab.
Yo. You know the drill.
You already
Those
know.
watching on my end, welcome to another edition, like he said, of WTHHS Bay State Media. Those watching on the Bay State Media, and we're all in here every day doing this. So
Hell yeah. You know,
it's not a good conversation today,
not a good
though.
conversation today. Well, as you
Yeah,
know,
do your
chat.
due diligence.
No, you already know. I'm here with my boy Mari Scott. Chat. You already know who he is. He's been on here. If you're new to it, my boy Mari. Trust me. If I'm in his spot, so I don't even want to show my fucking face. I'm so tight. No bullshit. I got to put on a smile for y'all, but I'm not really happy. I'm not really fucking happy, chat. Telling you. Yeah, obviously, I come on here. We come on here to talk about the Sox. Sox with another bullshit loss. We'll get right to it. It's just fucking frustrating to lose to a team like the Baltimore Orioles, and you lost two straight to your last place team in the division, and last place team in the AL East, and you lose to them, especially on a night like tonight. Oh man,
Yeah, it's rough.
it is rough. It's rough. I appreciate Amari being in here for the moral support because this shit's so fucking frustrating, man. Honestly, chat, if I wasn't live right now, I'd probably just drink. I'd probably grab my Casamigo bottle, drink a little bit of it, and go to bed because I'm so fucking tight, bro. I'm so tight. No cap.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know, man. Like,
Yeah, I'm not
it's
ready.
just the bull. Like, this is the expectation that I had for a lot of people when they said the deadline. Like, we didn't do enough. Like, yeah, I think it's showing clearly like we didn't really do enough. And I don't think anybody really expected Nathaniel Lowe to be a signing, but today, good game today. I'll let you dive into that once you do into the stat dive as your usual. But I think there's just a lot to be left on the table here for us to really get into that Mariners stratosphere.
Exactly. No, that's a fact. Yeah, no, like here in Boston, Chad, if you're tuning in from somewhere else, whether it's New York, whatever, us Boston fans, we're always into the sports. Whether it's the Red Sox, the Celtics, the Patriots, when they're doing well, we're all in the highs. When they're not doing so well, we're all in the lows. We have some belief. We try to get through it, and we do. But shit like this that we witnessed tonight, and even last night, but especially tonight, it's just
it's hard.
It's hard. It is. But you do it for the love of the game, but it's so fucking hard.
Hey, we're over. I mean, we overachieved in the first place, so
we really did. Honestly, chat, at earlier this year, how we were doing, how the Sox were doing, there wasn't really much to really look into. It was going to be another fluke year. Not really. It was bad. Then it got better. It's gotten better. Overall, it has. There's been a lot of highs.
Yep.
But I tell you, like the last few nights really has been kind of what we've gone through, literally like this year, but really the last couple years in terms of games that we should win, and we get back into the game, and then we manage to fucking lose the game on some dumb shit.
Yeah.
Dumb shit. I tell you, chat, but. You know what? My brother's here for some moral support. And without further ado, let's just get into the stats before I punch this fucking screen. No cap.
Yeah. I can't. I'll roll a blunt for you.
Hey, appreciate you, brother. My honor. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. All right, chat. Now, I mentioned that the Sox they had a 2-game series against the Baltimore Orioles, which was last night and tonight. They lost both games. We'll cover both games as well because I didn't go live last night because the same reason I was so mad I couldn't even go live. No bullshit. I had to skip tonight. I had to skip last night. But speaking of which, real quick, just a quick stat dive. I'm not going to really get into this game too much because I'm more focused about tonight. Obviously, the Orioles took it last night, 6-3 final. Trevor Rogers with the win for the Baltimore Orioles. He is now 6-2 with a 141 ERA. I believe right now, I don't know if he's leading the league in ERA because of him being injured for a lot of the year, but he's up there. He's up there for the most part. But Dustin May took took the loss on for the Sox. He's now 7-9 with a 4.59 ERA. Since the Sox lost, we got to start with them. It pains me, but we got to start with them since they're the losing team. Roman Anthony and Trevor Story each had 2 hits for the Sox. Nate Eaton, who just got called up, he just got called up because Wilyer Abreu is down a couple days. He's not going to be on the IL, but they're going to rest him because of his calf. He got a hit, and Jarren Duran did have a hit last night and also had 3 RBIs. So solid night by him. Pitching wise for the Sox, obviously Dustin May, 6 innings, 8 hits, did walk 2, struck out 5, gave up 2 runs. Not a bad start by him. It's a quality start. You know, he didn't really do too bad. His first few starts for the Sox haven't been that bad. You know, he's been somewhat of a work in progress, but at least he gave us 6 innings to try to win a game. The bullpen, on the other hand, the same old shit from the last few days. Just giving up runs, giving up fucking runs, man. I tell you. Yeah. Who is it? Giovanni Moran, who just got sent back down to the minors. 2 innings pitch, gave up 2 hits, did walk 2, struck out 3, but did give up 2 runs. And then the aforementioned Jordan Hicks pitched the inning, gave up 2 hits, didn't walk anybody. Gave up 2 runs, but he did also strike out 2 guys. So same old shit. Anybody besides Roldis Chapman is you know, it is what it is on them. I can't even. I'm ready to punch the screen, chat. No bullshit. I really am. I'm sorry, but Orioles wise, Ryan Mountcastle had 3 hits to lead the club, but they got 2 hits from a bunch of guys. Gunnar Henderson, their rookie catcher, Basalo, also had 2 hits, and then Jackson Holiday and Beavers each had 2 hits as well. Vasquez came in with a pitch hit late in the game, but you did get 2 RBIs each from Henderson and Basalo, and then Mountcastle and Beavers each had an RBI as well. Like I said, Trevor Rogers took the win. He went 7, gave up 4 hits, did walk a guy, but he struck out 7. Virtually, he was really unhittable for most of the night. Like, it was just tough to really get a grasp on him. Enns pitched the inning, gave up a hit, struck out 1, and he also did give up a run. And then Yanier Cano pitched the inning, gave up a hit, did walk a guy, and he also gave up a run. So there's a 6-3 final right there. Yeah, they really couldn't do much with Trevor Rogers last night, and it kind of set the tone for really tonight. Even though it was more. I'm not going to say it was more of a even game because we'll get into it tonight, but at least the pitching matchup tonight compared to last night was way, way easier, and we just do nothing. You know what I'm saying? It was a struggle. Last night you had an all-star pitcher on the mound. He hasn't been an all-star in about 4 or 5 years, but regardless, he's had a bounce back year, something to build on, especially for Orioles team next year. But Trevor Rogers giving him 7, and virtually you couldn't touch him. It just pains us as Red Sox fans, especially on what happened Sunday afternoon, to have a guy come out and pitch like this. It's like, man, like, it just shows you that loss Sunday night, the Sunday afternoon, I should say, it's pitiful. It's pitiful to say the least. You know what I'm saying? In terms of last night, Amari, with Dustin May's start. With Dustin May's start, how did you feel about his outing?
I felt like the way I felt when he pitched against the Padres.
Right.
I think he pitched really well. I really had no complaints. I think it's really just, like, he gave up 2 runs and a home run, and he had 2 walks and 8 hits, and I guess to the extent of like it not being the greatest of games, I still felt like confident enough with where the score was when he was left pit like from the game that like he should have gotten more run support.
Yes.
And we've seen in some of these games that like where we get the runs like we've gotten run support this late, and now that we're not getting it run support this late in these some of these games,
Mm,
like I think that yesterday we could have given May more support, and the numbers don't necessarily obviously tell the whole story here because I think he did pitch well enough to the point where we could have won the game,
right.
but the bullpen didn't hold up, and I can't really blame anything really on May yesterday for the loss.
Right. No, exactly. I give him credit. He really, while he was out there, he gave them a chance to win. That's all. As a starter, especially, that's all you can do. You have to
Mm-hmm.
keep your team in the game, even if by the end of it you're losing. But at least with a 2-0 lead at the point that he left, all
Yep.
right, it's not 4-0, 5-0. It's substantial. You just got to be able to, while he's out there, and even when he leaves the game, score some fucking runs. Don't wait
Yeah.
until the ninth inning to start pouring out 3 runs. The
Yeah.
game's already over. You're already down 6-0. You
Yep.
know, at that point, no, excuse me, at that point, 6-1. You know, you gotta. You can come back from 5 runs down. Yeah, it happens in baseball. It does. But
Right.
it's like you're putting your team in a harder position to win a game because you're not scoring runs. You gotta score runs.
Right.
You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? Like it's, oh man, I tell you, Amari, it's just it's you go through. But I will say, obviously, it's not just the Sox. All these other teams around the league go through this too. You'll lose a few games in a row. It's not necessarily the end of the world, but you do panic a little bit. Trust me, you do.
Right. Right.
But the most important thing is now you lose to the last place, especially starting with last night. You lose a game to a last place team. Let's be thankful in the sense that the Mariners lost, right?
Mm-hmm.
Word, but the Yankees won, and now the Yankees now the Yankees are leading the wild card now because of the last few days, which is ass. And if you're watching this, I don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? But like literally, I don't want to hear it. I talk to me tomorrow about it. Feel a lot more better. Plus, Aaron Judge, I will give you some credit real quick. Shout out to Aaron Judge. You won me some fucking money tonight. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. You really did. I'll give you your credit, Aaron Judge. I'll give you a big kiss. No Diddy. Pause. But but yeah, it's just it's frustrating, man. It is, and leading up to Thursday's game, we'll get into tonight's game, but leading up to Thursday's game, you lost 3 in a row. It's like, well, shit. Now we lost 3 in a row, and we got to go to the fucking Bronx.
Right.
If we lost 3 in a row and we're still at home playing the Yankees, okay, so it's a tad bit of a better situation because you're at home, but you got to go on the road to play these Bronx Bombers. And mind you, the crowd's going to let you hear it now. The crowd's going to let you hear it because you lost to the Orioles. So yeah, man, these next couple days it's going to be tough for these Sox. I tell you.
Absolutely.
I tell you. But yeah, Chad, that's the stats for last night's game. Now on to tonight, because tonight was not even. I can't even say it wasn't that much better. It could have been better. It could have been, but the Sox want to shit the bed at the last second. But it is what it is, Chad. I'm not on the. Me and Amari aren't on the field to help him, so can't do nothing about that. Anyway, chat, the Sox lost in extras tonight. The final score was 4-3. Yanier Cano with the win. He's now 2-6 on the year with a 5.40 ERA. Garrett Whitlock takes another loss. He's now 5-3 with a 2.81 ERA. Cody Martin picked up the save for the Orioles. He has a 6.17 ERA. 6.17, not Boston in this case. No bullshit. Sadly. The fuck. Anyway. Ooh, Chad, I'm about 5 seconds from really punching this shit. The Red Sox, obviously, they lost. We start with them first. Roman Anthony and Romy Gonzalez each had 2 hits. Trevor Story had a hit, but the biggest hit of the night came from our new pickup. Nathaniel Lowe picked up a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 9th inning. Man, that was electric. I would show the highlight, but I don't want to get flagged.
Yeah.
That's what this shit is. But yeah, it was that was the good thing about tonight's game, I will say. And Connor Wong did score a run in the first inning off of a balk.
Yep.
Keep that in mind. Today's game was definitely a lot of pitching by the Sox. There was 7 relievers used. And you know why? Because fucking Walker Buehler started the goddamn game. Walker Buehler, 4 innings, 4 hits, did walk 4. So walks are killing him this year. Did strike out 4, but 2 runs did come in. Yeah, just, 4 walks is always going to hurt you. Walker Buehler, he's not. We always talk about this, chat. Walker Buehler ain't LA Dodgers Walker Buehler anymore. It's, it's not the end of the world for him, but at least for this season, it's just he ain't it. He ain't it. But you already know, Chad. Reliever wise, Justin Wilson came in, pitched a third of an inning, gave up 2 hits, a run did score, and then the bullpen for the most part was lights out up until the 11th inning. Greg Weiser came in, pitched an inning and a third, struck out 2. Steven Matz, an inning and a third, struck out 2. Jordan Hicks finally didn't give up any runs, pitched an inning. He did give up a walk, but he did strike out a batter. Brandon Bernardino came in the 9th, pitched an inning, 3 groundouts. Aroldis Chapman came in looking like his regular self, pitched an inning, which was the top of the 10th, gave up a walk, but he did strike out 3. Garrett Whitlock, obviously, pitched in the 11th, gave up a walk, but the runner on second, the ghost runner, ended up scoring, which is his run right there. The Orioles, let's see, Orioles-wise, there was only 6 hits by the Orioles tonight. 6 guys did get a hit. Jackson Holliday, Gunnar Henderson, Ryan Mountcastle, Colton Cowser, and Kobe Mayo, as well as Dylan Carlson, all grabbed hits for them. Mountcastle and Cowser did grab RBIs, as well as Basalo later on in the game did have an RBI. Let's see. And then for their pitchers, they used 6 relievers. Their starter, Sugano, went 5, gave up 5 hits, did strike out 3. A run did score, but it wasn't earned because he was the one that made the error. So, yeah, run did come in during his outing. Aiken did come in the pitched 2 innings, gave up, didn't give up any runs or anything like that, but all 6 guys that he did face did end up getting out. Stout came in, gave up 2 hits and a walk. Garcia came in with the bases loaded in the 8th inning and struck out 3 guys. That's what I wanted to say, chat. There was 3 instances in this game where the bases were juiced and a run did not come in. A run didn't come in with the bases juice. Not once, not twice, but 3 fucking times. I know Amari was looking at that screen like, are you gotta be fucking kidding me?
Yeah, I was watching the game, yep.
Yeah, bullshit. Like, bro, that was, oh my God. And again, it happened. So that was the first instance in the 8th inning. Okay. Geraldo came in for the 9th. He pitched the inning. He did end up having a blown save. He pitched the inning, did walk 4, and he struck out 2. One of the hits that he gave, the hit that he gave up was a 2-run home run by Nathaniel Lowe. Word. Okay. After that instance, chat, the bases were loaded again, and Trevor Story grounded out to third to end the frame. Again, that's twice. That's twice, right? Word. 10th inning, Yanier Cano came in, and he walked a guy. There was 2 guys on, and what was it? Actually, was it that? Yes. 2 guys ended up coming on, and he got the job done somehow, some way, because the Red Sox are fucking inevitable for scoring runs. Cody Mayo comes in for the 11th. The ghost runner did end up going to third base right after the first for the first out. The guy, it was a grounder hit. Nate Eaton was on base. He went to third. Okay, boom. The next batter that came up was Roman Anthony. Roman Anthony hit a fly ball to center field. It wasn't as deep, but Nate Eaton has speed. The ball is caught. He starts running. He starts to run to tag up to go home. He stops right before halfway and goes back, and the throw was so offline, the whole crowd could not fucking believe it. He would have tied the game easily. Easily, Chad. He would have tied the fucking game we would have ended up going into the 12th inning. Nope, he stays on third. Alex Bregman gets up. It's a 3-2 count. He hits a fly ball to Gunnar Henderson at shortstop. The game is over. It is a 4-3 final. Chat, I'm telling you, bro. I'm really telling you, and I appreciate Amari being here for moral support because the shit does not make any sense. It does not make any sense. You have the base. I misspoke, chat. The bases were loaded twice. Come on, bro. You can't score. You can't score. Come on. I'm telling you, Amari. I know you was frustrated too.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's
Geraldo basically gives it on a silver platter to you, and like the thing is that the way that they went down swinging was on pitches outside of the strike zone. So for me, it's just like you had to play discipline enough these early enough in these at bats,
mhm.
in the or excuse me, early enough in these innings with these at bats, and then it's just like it goes out the window on the second half of the inning when the second half of the at bats, and it's
Right.
just like it goes down a 1, 2, 3. Like I think it was Duran, Yoshida, and if I'm not mistaken, it was Story. I want to say too,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
all
yeah.
three of them went down 1, 2, 3, and it's like the pitches that they went down on. Especially Yoshida went down on a pitch he had seen the previous pitch and literally took the previous pitch before the one he struck out on. It was the same exact pitch he had struck out on, and
Right.
that's just like a plate discipline thing. Like you
Yeah.
saw the exact same pitch and you were able to take that on the first one, and then you literally get struck out on the next pitch, and it's the same pitch. Like for me, like I think that's a little. I feel like that's a little like we can't afford to be doing that right now, especially at
Mhm.
this time of year. And
Mhm.
like, yeah, it is a little bit of a nitpicking thing, but that's the type of stuff tonight that I noticed is just like the plate discipline was like a big problem tonight. And I
Exactly.
felt like on some of the pitches that they saw regularly throughout the night, like they were striking out on them repeatedly, or they were seeing the pitches or fouling them off a lot. And especially against like, yeah, considering it's Rogers, like he's a great pitcher, but like after Rogers was out the game, like Geraldo basically gave that game to us. And then like we struck out and basically beat ourselves up in the batter's box. Like
Exactly.
that's just a yeah, like it's a very I understand your pain. Like it's a very salty way to like, especially to a team like that. Like especially in the race that we're in, like it's just a very salty way to lose.
Exactly.
Like anyone can say what they want, whether they're a Yankees fan or whatever, a fan of another team, or whether they're an Orioles fan, like whatever, yeah. But like that's just like a really bad way to lose.
It is. It is.
And I don't like it.
No, me neither. Yeah, it really
Not going towards the playoffs. I don't like
is.
it.
No, exactly. Yeah, and see, if you're having, it's like if this was a loss in June, even early July, it's like okay, but now you're really getting into crunch time. You're
Yeah.
really getting into the point where you have to win every game you can. You really have to try to win as much games as you can because losses like this, and even the guys on Nesson, especially Dave O'Brien, once literally the final out was made, he even said three. He was like, "That's three. That's three losses in a row." Blah blah blah. Let's see. Let's just hope that these losses in this stretch run does not come back to haunt you because
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, these losses could very well come back to haunt you. We've seen this so many times, not even just
Yeah.
by the Red Sox, by other teams that were really in it, whether it's the top wild card spot in their respective division, the AL, NL, or even as a division leader at that point. Some of these losses, especially for the last game of the season, can really fucking kill you. No
Yeah.
cap, could really fucking kill you.
Yeah.
I tell you, chat. Oh, actually, chat. You already know. I'm getting this call real quick. Let me answer because you might want to talk some shit real quick. Hold on, chat. You know who it is. Yo, yo. Say what's up the stream. Say what's up the stream.
Fuck them niggas. Hold on, I got some shit to tell you. Hold on.
What happened? What is it? Is it stream worthy?
No, everything's stream worthy. We just talked about this.
All right, go ahead. My fault.
I was driving, right? I'm like, what if I see Reg?
Oh, Jesus. This nigga's dumb.
This nigga drove by me. I'm like, I had to call the nigga. He ain't answer. I'm like, nigga, call me. I'm like, nigga, bro, I just seen you. He was like, yeah. I was like, that was twice. So you see my
Nigga's stupid. Nigga's stupid. Nah, say what's up to Amari. He's on here too.
You're.
What's up, Amari?
Yeah, nigga. But now, yeah, we just on here real quick. Yeah, the Sox lost, so we just recapping that. I know you in the car. You just got out of work, but yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, Amari, this nigga just got in the baseball. He said his favorite player is Brian Wu.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's nice with it. Brian was nice with it.
Yeah, he said he's nice with it. Yeah. He said he fuck with it. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I know you seen slime ball, nigga. You're dumb. He said, I just seen slime ball.
I didn't see him. I seen the car.
Oh, you saw the car. Okay.
And he's like, why didn't you slide? I'm like, bro, y'all make it seem like y'all fuck me. I'm not just gonna slide off the strength. You know what
right, yeah.
But all right, get back on live, man. I'm gonna hit you.
I bet I got you. I'm about to be off soon. I got you.
Maya's sleeping over, so
All right. Yeah, chat. You already know who that was. I thought that nigga was gonna come at me crazy.
Yeah.
I got lucky for the one time. Shout out to Reg. That nigga, yeah, that nigga slime ball for real. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you should. You don't want to know. Anyway, chat. In fact. But yeah, for the most part, like Amari said, like the losses are just so frustrating, bro. The losses are just so frustrating. There's still enough time where losses like this, it might not mean nothing, but every loss does mean something. Just like every win means something, every loss can really mean something. And now you're 4-5 against a lowly Orioles team this year, who's without their star closer Felix Bautista. They're without Adley Rutschman. At times this year, they were without Gunnar Henderson. Ryan O'Hearn is now a San Diego Padre. We just saw him a week and a half ago in San Diego, as well as Ramon Laureano. So their studs, for the most part, are either on other teams or they're hurt. Right. And you mean to fucking tell me you can't win back-to-backs against these guys? Come on, man.
Yeah, it's just we should have swept both.
We should easily, even Amari knows because he said it too. Even right now, especially considering these last couple nights, we should really be 5-0 with the especially looking at the other team's roster. Looking at the Marlins roster and the Orioles roster right now compared to the Sox roster, they should be on a 5-game winning streak right now.
Yeah.
But now you're going to New York. Literally on the homestand, you went 2-3. You won the first two games, and you lost the last 3.
Which I feel good about, though, because they can't pitch right now.
No, exactly. That is
sorry, gentlemen.
That is true.
Yeah.
So at least right now, at least going into New York, it's going to be a 4-game series.
Yeah.
You have your top 4 pitchers going. We don't have to worry about seeing Walker Buehler come in to start a game during this series, which is excellent. We're done with his bullshit. And I will say real quick on him, obviously the pitch count was up by the 4th inning, but Cora got his ass out of there real quick. Cora was not playing around today. I noticed that. And that what right there was telling. I think after this start, we might get another start out of him, but sooner rather than later, it looks like Walker Buehler ain't going to be pitching much longer here.
Yeah. I mean, well, he pitched well today.
Yeah, he didn't do too bad for the most. It was just 4 walks. It was just the 4 walks that he got to stop walking guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you take away the 4 walks, 4 innings, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, and 4 strikeouts, and let's say if it was no walks, okay, that's doable. Right. It's not like 5-6 runs came in, only 2. Okay, you can live with it. But the walks, if you just limit the walks, he'll be all right. But he can't even limit the walks, bro. For the most,
he'll be out of here.
He'll be out of here sooner rather than later, Chad. We'll probably get, if anything, one of the minor league guys will come up to start, whether it's Kyle Harrison. Most likely might be Kyle Harrison. I don't know if it's Peyton Tolley. If I had to pick one guy, it would have to be Harrison, just because at least the guy, because he's actually started MLB games before, major league games before. So it could be him, which would be cool to see. But at the same time, we don't know what to expect from him either. So yeah, it's that fifth starter spot is up. It could be up for grabs. But On the other hand, with the 4 starters, Thursday it will be Lucas Giolito. Friday night is going to be Brian Bayo. Saturday afternoon, I should say, it'll be Garrett Crochet, and then Sunday night is going to be Dustin May. Thursday's game will be nationally televised on Fox. Sunday's game is Sunday Night Baseball. So you have 2 primetime games in the series. 2 primetime games in the series. You got to get it done. Got to get it done. If they're going to New York, it's going to be a hostile environment. The Yankees, obviously, especially tonight, hit back home runs to start the game. Like I said, Aaron Judge, I love you for right now. I really don't, but right now you won me some money. I love you. Thank you. Other than that, fuck you. But
yeah, we really need to get 3 out of 1 or a sweep here.
Exactly. We got it. We got to take.
We
at
really
least,
can't settle for less than that.
Exactly. If we're able to win the series 3-1, that's great. If we manage to make it a tie 2-2, that's doable. We cannot lose 3 games in the series. If we lose 3 games in this series, we're fucked.
Yeah.
We're fucked. That's the place that we put ourselves into now with the last few days.
Yeah.
If we lose this series, we could very well be fucked. No cap.
Good old fashioned series. This series.
Good old fashioned series. It's like
good old fashioned late in the season Red Sox Yankees wild card race type of series.
Exactly.
We're gonna get a movie.
Yeah, no, literally, it could very well be a movie. This might, who knows? Within the next 5 years, this might turn into a fucking documentary.
I mean, this should like honestly, it's gonna decide. Honestly, in my personal opinion, who's gonna probably go ahead and make their way into the playoffs.
That's a fact. Because again, that's another thing, chat. For those who don't really understand baseball like that, in terms of losses, if you lose and a team under you wins, they move up games-wise. Yeah. So if we lost 3 in a row, hypothetically, if we lost 3 in a row and the Yankees win 3 in a row, which could very well, because they won the last couple games, so if they win tonight, which looks like it, they take the top spot in the wild card, which they already are in right now due to them playing 2 less games. So they are now in the top spot. We're in the second spot. The Mariners are in the third spot. The Mariners have also lost 2 in a row. So at least they stay in the same spot. The Yankees have moved up.
And they're playing the Phillies right now.
They did play the Phillies. They lost both games. So I think tomorrow they play 1 more game. If we get lucky and they lose tomorrow, okay, cool.
Yeah, we need them to.
We need them to. If they do win, if they win, I think they move up a game past the Red Sox. They move up to the second wild card, and the Red Sox are back down to the last wild card. Yeah. So we got to pray, and we just
Royals Rangers is a big series too.
And and that's a big series too. So it's like really right now we fucked ourselves to the point where we gotta hope the teams we're competing with, especially the Mariners and especially the Yankees right now, lose. The Yankees look like they're gonna win. Damn. But other than that, we have if we win the series against the Yankees, we have to hope and pray that the Mariners lose their next series to at least kind of stay afloat. That's the game of baseball. Whoever's under you and they win and you lose, it goes up and down. So yeah, it's we put ourselves in a tough hole. Amari knows it too. He even just said it. We're kind of fucked right now. Kind of. We're not all the way there, but we're in that. We have our foot. There's a foot in the door.
Yeah.
Fucked. No bullshit, chat. I tell you. But anyway, chat. Sox got 4 against the Yanks. Our 4 best starters are going to be out there.
Yes, indeed.
Well, let's see what happens. I just hope, especially if I had to count a game that I believe that we are going to win, I'm always going to count the Garrett Crochet start. We should win. That's the one. At least I know. All right, word. We got a game right there that we know we should be able to handle. And we're catching the Yankees team right now, especially their starters. Carlos Rodon, we're going to see him. He's been in a tad bit of a rut. Fucking Absolutely. Max Fried has shit the bed.
Yeah.
I can't even. You got Will Warren. Who gives a fuck about Will Warren? And I think Cam Shittler also is going to pitch in the series. We
Uh-huh.
just hope he shits himself. Let's hope, Chad. Let's
Yep.
hope. We just have to hope. That's really it at this point.
Yep.
That's really it at this point. But other than that, Amari, any things that damn, I can't even talk. Anything you noticed today in any of the games you were watching? Any good happening around the league? Real quick.
Well, this is MLB, but NFL.
Okay. Yep.
JJ McCarthy looked really good. I know it's it's preseason for anybody watching. It's preseason. Don't take too much stock into it, but you do like to see offenses move. You do like to see quarterbacks spread the ball around and move the ball and move it efficiently.
Hell yeah.
Daniel Jones has won the starting job for the Indianapolis Colts. That's interesting to me, considering the fact that Anthony Richardson is 8-7 as a starter, and Daniel Jones has taken the Giants with the worst roster to a playoff. So at least the Colts have done something right in
Right.
this sense. Even though Daniel Jones' record is 24-41-1 as a starter, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Yeah, that kind of is a little bit on those two situations. And then you also have the commander situation with Terry McLaurin. It looks like talks still have opened up between the commanders and Terry McLaurin again. Looks like he is in communication. They are talking about a contract. So it looks like he might not be going anywhere. If he does go anywhere, he probably most likely would get traded. Now, I would like to see him get traded to the Patriots. Not really sure what the Patriots would give up in that sense, but I would like to see him get traded there. I think it's a good destination for him. And then
Right.
having Scary Terry and Stephon Diggs would make them a little bit more dangerous of a threat offensively on a team that the defense thrived in these postseason games. Drake May didn't look so hot.
Mm-hmm.
Not in really a bad sense where I'm worried. Like, there's really not too many people to throw to, not too many guys who can get separation. So for me, I kind of take that stuff with a grain of salt, but I do like what I'm seeing from the Patriots defense.
Mm.
Um, Josh Dobbs threw a fucking hospital pass to Mac Hollins. So
Mm.
Mac Hollins is injured. You can thank Josh Dobbs for that because he does not know how to throw a pass at all. Dobbs is all right, but I mean, if May gets hurt, we're fucked. That's all I'm gonna
Mm.
say about that
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
And then the Browns, Shador Sanders is still hurt, injured, oblique strain. He's looking to hopefully be healthy by week 1 to be ready to be at least on the depth chart.
Mm.
Dylan Gabriel is currently also injured. Kenny Pickett's injured. Joe Flacco has been named the week 1 starter, which I think everyone saw coming.
Exactly. Yeah.
Um, yeah, so that's kind of a little bit of a NFL roundtable. The Bengals, they won their game yesterday against the Commanders. Good game. I'm pretty
Good.
sure they won, if I'm not mistaken, 31-17. Joe Burrow is still running for his life back there.
Yep.
It's looking real scary for the Bengals. I don't know how the fuck he manages to move the ball and still look good. Testament to him and the amount of work he puts in for real and how talented he is. Because I'll tell you right now, the fact that he can even throw that ball behind that line is crazy.
I'm telling you, that's a fact. And the sad thing is, chat, if you don't haven't watched football like that, that's fine. If Bengals fans, if you do tune in, he's saying exactly what's already known. For really his whole career so far, Joe Burrow has not had a substantial offensive line.
Yeah.
This guy in all 6 years, and one of these in his first year ended with a torn ACL.
Yeah.
Because of him not having a line.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's going to take for the Bengals to find a competent O-line, whether it's drafting guys, and they've missed on some draft picks, signing guys, they've missed on some signings too. It's so tough for Joe Burrow, and that's one of the. He's a top 5. He's a top 5 quarterback in the league, and you can't build a formidable offensive line around him. Come on, man. You're wasting his prime years, bro. You're wasting his prime years, and even the defense himself. But the defense in this case, the offense wins you games. The defense saves you. The defense got to get better on their end too. But at least to start out, build him a fucking offensive line for the man to move the ball down the field. He does it, and you see why he's one of the best. Without an O line, he's managed to get all these guys involved. The Jamar Chases, T. Higgins, Chase Browns, Mike Gesicki's, all of them. The Bengals fans, be thankful you have Joe Burrow as your quarterback. If you had anybody else, you probably wouldn't be going anywhere. No bullshit.
Yep. And
No.
last two things here. This is a little bit for all my fantasy people out there, anybody who plays fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting news too on the Browns and the Steelers. And well, actually the Brown more so the Browns, not really the Steelers, but I'll talk about the Steelers after in a second. The
Mm-hmm.
Browns have signed Isaiah Bond, who had his case cleared from sexual assault. He was cleared, exonerated from that. Those
Yep.
charges did not stick. Turns out he was not guilty, so that's good. He actually is signing with the Browns. He got a 3-year, $3 million deal. That is someone in fantasy who I would watch out for. If you need a bench player and wide receiver, you need an extra flex spot. That is someone who I wouldn't mind picking up on the waiver wire if he does kind of go a little bit crazy week one. I'm not going talking about crazy like 100+ yards. But if he gets anywhere between 40 to 60 yards, that might be a guy you might want to pick up for your flex spot just in case somebody gets hurt.
Mm-hmm.
The Browns also Quinshawn Judkins also was cleared of his case as well. That is another person on the Browns that I'm looking forward to seeing play this season. And the Browns actually do kind of excite me a little bit. If Joe Flacco sits the bed and Shador Sanders goes out there and he has these types of weapons at his disposal, I'm only imagining maybe what the possibilities are. The sky's the limit with David Njoku as well,
Yep.
and Jerry Judy. And if you can add Isaiah Bond and Quinshawn Judkins into the mix, I mean, the sky's the limit for that's a young team. That's a
Mm-hmm.
young team that's probably going to be hungry to win some games, to make some games competitive.
Oh
So
yeah.
that is a team, and with the defense that is very, very, very elite. Um, I think that is a team definitely to watch out for, and definitely a couple guys in fantasy to definitely watch out for. Now on the Steelers, and I think a lot of people have been shitting on the Steelers, and including myself, until I came to this conclusion.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the Steelers are actually a team that I would actually watch out for. Their roster isn't actually all so bad, and their defensive roster is actually pretty good. You have Joey Porter Jr., Darius Slay, Jalen Ramsey, TJ Watt on the defensive side. Elite, a couple veterans right there that can go out there and I mean you got a couple you got three number one corners out there that can go out there and guard any the wide receiver one, the X, the Y, the Z. All three of them those guys can go out there and guard the number one and the 1 through 3. So
Mm-hmm.
that's an interesting defense to watch out for in fantasy. Anybody out there that has trouble picking a defense, that's a sleeper defense. If the Broncos defense and the Patriots and the Ravens defenses are not there for you, I would 100% take the Giants defense as well as the Steelers defense. You got Kayvon Thibodeau, Abdul Carter, Brian Burns, and then they're a young team, hungry too as well. They have a little bit of a quarterback carousel going on over there, but I do see that team kind of making games more competitive than last year. I'm not saying that they're going to go ahead and maybe make a race for a wild card in the NFC, where a lot of the teams got better this year, especially through the draft.
Yep. Yep.
But the Giants definitely having that front seven, and then on top of that front seven, you got Tyrone Tracy coming back healthy, Malik Neighbors, Darius Slayton, and then you got Wandale Robinson, as well as a quarterback that is probably way more competent than Tommy DeVito or Drew Lock in Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, and Jackson Dart has looked great in preseason. I think he threw a touchdown in preseason. He looked great. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, some stuff to watch out for the NFL. We will be starting End Zone Express back up again very soon. We were supposed to drop an episode for you guys, but honestly, we didn't really get around to it. We'll actually kind of get around to that episode for you guys this week. We have division predictions for all the teams. So Narrow and I will go with Ant and a couple other people, and we'll try and get that done for you guys this week, so we can get that done by at least Sunday.
Oh yeah.
This Saturday we have college football coming up. We have a whole slew of games, dog. And let me tell you, man. This
Mm-hmm.
first weekend, bro, we got some ranked games this Saturday. FBS week 1, you got Iowa State, K-State, Idaho State, UNLV, Fresno State versus Kansas, Sam Houston versus Western Kentucky, Stanford versus Hawaii, Boise State versus South Florida, Ohio versus Rutgers, Lafayette versus Bowling Green, St. Francis, PA versus LA Monroe, East Carolina versus NC State, Jacksonville State versus UCF, Delaware State versus Delaware, Wyoming and Akron, UT Martin and Oklahoma State, Central Arkansas and Missouri, Alon and Duke, Buffalo and Minnesota, Stephen F. Austin and Houston, Alabama State and UAB, Nebraska, Cincinnati. I'm looking forward to that one.
Yep.
Looking forward to seeing Dylan Raiola pop out there this
Yeah.
upcoming next Thursday. And then you got Miami, Ohio, and Wisconsin, Stony Brook and San Diego State, Charleston State and Army, BC. BCU and FIU, Appalachian State and Charlotte, and a slew of other games next week. So you guys got some great matchups next week. We'll be covering all these games. Football season is in full swing. Bay State Media WTHHS football is in full swing this upcoming Saturday as well. So
Hell yeah.
definitely tune in and get locked in with us, y'all.
For sure, for sure. Now I'm telling you that, and if you ain't locked in with us now, like he said, you better get in tune because now it's gonna. Now this is when shit starts getting real. Once
Yep.
football season hits, once whether it's the NFL or the NCAA, FBS or the FCS, all types of football. Yeah, we're on it, bro. We're on it.
Yep.
And mind you, ESPN also does showcase games for high school games. Be on the lookout for that. There's definitely some high school guys that are going to catch our eye too. If we
Yep.
see them, you already know we're going to mention them too. I tell you, man, now this is the best time of the year. Best time of the year. But I was going to say, Amari, real quick, because since it's on my mind, how do you feel about Micah Parsons' situation with Dallas right now? And if he were to get traded, do you think the Patriots, out of the three guys, and Terry McLaurin, Trey Hendrickson, and obviously Micah Parsons, do you think Micah Parsons is the guy to go after out of those three?
I think it's interesting.
Mhm.
I think that it depends on what Hendrickson and Parsons are both asking for, and if the Patriots are going to explore those options, like I don't see why they wouldn't explore those options,
Right.
considering their defense is extremely elite already, and I don't think it would hurt to kind of add to that. But it just depends on what they're willing to give up as well and what they're willing to pay. Like I
Mhm.
do think Hendrickson is also a little bit older than Micah Parsons is.
Mhm.
So it wouldn't really, I'm not gonna say it wouldn't make sense, but like if we were closer to a contending space, like a championship space, then kind of I'd say yeah, definitely go Hendrickson if he's gonna be a rental to try and win a championship. If you had an
Right.
already stacked elite D line.
Right.
But I think if you add Parsons into the mix, it's like you add a guy that's a game wrecker, and then the defense is predicated on turnovers anyways. You got
Right.
guys like Jabril Peppers and Christian Gonzalez back there, and then you have Carlton Davis and Robert Spillane. You got these guys are elite defensive players in this league. So like I think if you added a guy like Parsons who can just literally do anything you ask of him to, cover running backs, cover tight ends, somewhat to a point, he can at
Exactly.
least get out to the flat underneath, like, and then you can line him up over the middle, and you can line him up outside in an outside linebacker position, or you can line him up end on, and he can go in whatever in a three technique, like he can do whatever he wants to do. So like
Exactly.
I think being able to do that is like a big thing for them. But if you just want a pure pass rusher, like Hendrickson would definitely be the guy to go for if you want a pure pass rusher.
Right. Right.
Like
Right.
Parsons is just a jack of all trades, a
Mhm.
toolbox kind of guy. Whereas like Hendrickson, he does one thing very, very well, and that's get to the quarterback and create
Exactly.
turnovers. So it really all depends on what Vrabel's feeling.
Mhm.
Hendrickson screams more of the guy that Vrabel would feel like to me in terms of like personality and just play style and leadership. Like
Right.
Hendrickson just seems like the guy that Vrabel would 100% lean towards.
That's fair.
I think Micah Parsons would be less of a guy that they'd be more like I think Vrabel would like a guy like that, but I think Hendrickson is more his style. I think
Right.
Hendrickson would 100% fit the mold of what he's trying to build culturally,
Right. Mhm.
and he might feel it somewhat some way that he's already got to deal with one headache, Stephon Diggs,
Right.
who, and I'm not saying Michael Parsons is a headache, like he's like a bad character. It's just like he just comes with a lot of celebrity stuff and doing the podcast after games and after losing and like all this other stuff. So there's a lot that comes with Parsons, but I do think Hendrickson could definitely oh Connor's
Oh yeah. I
in
just
the
peeped. I just peeped. Hell
in
yeah.
the bay here.
Hell yeah. Welcome. 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 What's
What's
up,
up,
Con?
fellas? How we doing on this shitty Red Sox day?
Hey, telling you, man. It's frustrating. Frustrating. Tell you that.
Yeah.
Yep. Already, it was frustrating. Now, yeah, me and Amari went through the recap on that, and even I was on the verge of punching my laptop. No bullshit. I was just so tight. No cap.
Yeah, I mean, I was tight when I was watching the game with E and other members of Bay State for a while, and I literally get to work and I look at the score. I'm like, you got to be fucking shitting me.
Telling you. I'm telling you, no, that's how I was feeling too, bro. It was. I'm like, bro, you mean to tell me you load the bases twice? You load the bases twice, and you can't get a third. You can't get that run in, and then let alone in the what was it? The bottom? No, the bottom of the 11th. You have a guy on third. Nate Eaton's on third. You hit a ball to center field, and you couldn't, and you get scared to run on that when the throw was so offline. You would have easily scored. It's like, oh man.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was at that point. It was like, you know what, bro? Like, yeah, let's just call it a night and go to bed. Like that's how it felt. It's like, bro, let's just get out of here at this point. Fuck it.
Absolutely.
Fuck it. We'll wait till tomorrow. We'll wait till Thursday to see what happens. You know, it was such a frustrating last few days, I should say, by the Sox. But yeah, it's over and done with now. Now you got to go to New York and really you're kind of fight for your lives.
Wait, the series is over? I thought it was 3 games.
It was only a 2-game series. Quick 2-game. Yeah. So
well, never mind.
Yeah, you got an off day tomorrow, and then head to New York and try and literally at this point now that you lost 3 straight, and now that New York has taken the lead in the wild card. Now you really got to win that series to really maintain your spot up there. Because if you end up losing the series, you're fucked. You're out of the wild card spot. You know, so it's like it really only took 3 straight games to shoot yourself in the foot. No bullshit. So yeah, it's so fucking frustrating, bro. No cap, chat. No cap. Appreciate everybody who's tuned in or is tuning in, by the way. Yeah, it's just frustrating, bro. It really is. It really is. I ain't gonna argue. But yeah, what was I about to say? Mari's probably busy real quick. I will say this.
Yes, sir.
Oh no, you back. Where? Now I was gonna add on to the Micah Parsons thing also, but like Amari said, Micah Parsons is a do-it-all guy, but he does scream, like his aura screams head case. And I know with a culture that Mike Vrabel's trying to build right now, like Amari said, you kind of want the culture to be no nonsense. You don't want the culture to be guys all over the place. You just can't have that. You're already dealing with one in Stephon Diggs in a sense. You can't have 2 guys, especially a young guy like Micah Parsons in a new environment. That could fuck shit up. So really, I agree with Amari. I think the safer bet is Trey Hendrickson, but it's going to be somewhat tough to get due to the asking price. I would have said if for the Parsons, if you make a trade like that, if you do, you definitely got to include Kyle Duggar in that with salary.
Yeah.
Throw Kyle Duggar in there. Throw a draft pick or 2 in there. Hell, you might even get away with even throwing Jalen Polk or even
or Tavai.
So, you know, but all 3 of those trades though for all 3 guys will be very hard. There's gonna be a guy that we like or is up and coming that ain't gonna be on this team. So, hey, that's if a trade of that nature happens with one of those guys. But regardless, man, I know all 3 of us are excited for football. I know that. I know.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily like a head case thing with Parsons. I think it's like he's just like it's just like the environment he's in Dallas is pretty toxic. Like I think that's the reason why he is the way he is. I just think that it's like less of Vrabel's style to like I think he would just rather have Trey Hendrickson.
Right.
Like I just feel like he would just rather have him because I do think we do need a pure pass rusher. I think we have enough versatile linebackers on our team. So I don't think that's where we really need it in that aspect, if that makes sense.
Right.
I do think though, if it was me, I would rather have Parsons. That's just me.
That's me.
But
too.
I think Vrabel Hendrickson is just more like kind of his style. So
yeah,
that's all that really would be for me.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. I will say this: if it was Belichick still coaching this team, a guy he would definitely try to do whatever he could, and even try to. And Belichick's kind of cheap too. He would try to maneuver away to Jerry Jones. Hey, listen, I'll take this guy off your hands. You know what I'm saying? Because a guy like Micah Parsons, Bill Belichick loves head cases. He loves the guys that don't fare well in a certain environment. Then come over here. hey, listen, I want you to play for me, blah, blah, blah. I want you to be a part of the Patriot way. And some of these guys get it together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's when
Right.
that's Belichick when he was here. A guy like Vrabel, like Amari said, he's building his culture here. It makes a lot more sense for a guy like Henderson because at least a guy like Henderson will be able to really add to that culture as a pure
More experienced as a leader, anyways, too, than
exactly,
Parsons.
exactly. Yeah.
I tend to agree with Hendrickson, honestly, because I
And he led the
fact
league
that-
in sacks last year, too, bro.
He
It's
Yeah.
did.
like
Yeah, he did. Yep.
he's still elite. So
Exactly.
No
Exactly. And I'm sure he's been working out on his own. He's still been doing his stuff, keeping his legs fresh. You know, yeah, in the sense that since he's not with the team and he hasn't been doing that, he kind of has to get if he does get to a new place, especially he has to get acclimated with that team itself. You know, being around the guys and whatnot. But if this guy has done his off-season stuff, has been working out, and his legs are fresh and he's ready to go, hell, shit, get him going. If you get him going immediately. Start ramping him up. Start being around the team, meeting his teammates, being around his teammates, learning the defense. I tell you, because even if he doesn't start the season as hot in terms of him getting back into it, by the end of the year, this guy is still going to wreak havoc on you.
Yeah.
Any way, shape, or form. So
The
hey,
only thing I'm worried about Hendrickson now is literally like the reports I was watching like the Bengals Commanders game the other day,
yep.
and like the reports that were coming out, it seemed like they were agreeing on money in years. It was just a guaranteed that they were worried about.
Oh,
So
right,
like
yeah.
honestly, I don't even know if he's gonna get traded at this point. Like I think it would be great that we could get him if he would be available, but I don't think he's gonna be available for that much longer.
and I
Exactly.
don't think you give up a first round pick for him either.
Yeah,
No.
exactly. With his age, especially, yeah. Like if you give up a second or third round, that's fine. But yeah,
Yeah.
all these teams are not giving up the next year's first round pick. They're not.
No.
They're not. Hell no. Hell no.
If it's Parsons, I could see it. Like
Oh,
a
for
first
sure,
round pick.
for sure.
But
That's
like
probably
other
Yeah, that's a no brainer.
yeah. That's the one. That's the only one out of the three that you would have to give up a first round because again, that's one that's a young guy, and two, you get basically the first round you're giving up is going to be used for the money you try to sign him to a new contract with. That first round pick is literally like when you look at the draft. Okay, I spent our first round pick this year on Micah Parsons to get him here. That's
Yeah,
how you
see, I don't think Terry McLaurin is realistic either.
Mhm.
Like he just like he's not leaving. I don't think.
I wouldn't
No,
think
I
he's
don't think so. Either.
Like who's gonna trade? Like he's 30. Like who's gonna trade for him? Like and what he's asking for, what he wants. Like the Commanders may as well just give it to him. He could just retire a Commander. Like
right.
Jaden
Or
Daniels needs a veteran wide receiver at least, especially someone he's already built a relationship with. Like, you may as well just keep him. Like, don't give him exactly what he wants, but like, don't lowball him either. Which is what I feel like they're probably doing is lowballing him due to his age. And
exactly.
like, I don't think it's like. I don't think it's like safe for other teams to kind of trade for a guy that's asking for like a 5 year. I think he's asking for like damn near like a 5 year contract. It's like how much guaranteed money do you want to give to a guy who's like turning 30, literally like at the beginning of the season, and then he's turning 30, and like God forbid he gets hurt, bro. Like, okay, well, you just gave all this money to a guy who's 30 and just got hurt. And then
Yeah.
you're in a situation where you got a guy like Stephon Diggs who's like coming off of an ACL injury, and like he said this is like one of the greatest he's felt in his career. Like
Mhm.
that's a guy who has something to prove. Like you give Terry McLaurin that money and then he gets hurt, like he's gonna have nothing to prove after that.
Exactly.
You get that once the money is guaranteed.
Exactly.
But it's hard to not give him the money because it's not like he hasn't earned it. Like
Right.
that's the sad part. It's about the situation. It's like, yeah, he's earned it, but like, dude, you should have asked for this maybe like a season or two ago before they got Jaden. Before they got Jaden Daniels, you probably should have asked for this money then to
Oh,
restructure then.
absolutely.
Right.
And
Right.
like that's kind of a. I can't say it's really on him. Maybe it's more so on his agent. You know, but like I think that like you should have asked for this money at least maybe. You could have even asked for it before last year, before last season, before Jaden Daniels even stepped foot on the field.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, you kind of put yourself in a rock and a hard place now, bro. Where like now you're about to be 30, and you better hope that you guys went to the NFC Championship game this year. Y'all niggas better hope you go to the Super Bowl this year, bro.
Exactly.
because I'm not sure if you, or at least the NFC Championship game again,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
because you're not going to get paid. So
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
mean, well, he's probably going to get paid, but the sad reality of it is, it's probably he's going to have to settle for less.
Exactly. No,
So
and he's gonna have to, because they're not gonna give him all that money in regard. Well, I should say this: they're not gonna give him what he really what he truthfully wants, and how he feels that he deserves, is because you still got to end up paying Jaden Daniels in a couple years. So all that money
Yeah.
is gonna, or a good amount of the money that the Commanders already have, is gonna go to your franchise player.
yeah, they don't want to end up in a Burrow and Chase situation,
Exactly.
especially when one of them is literally 30 or at
Exactly.
that point is going to be 32.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
not going to be like 23, 24, however old Jamar Chase is. I'm pretty sure he's like 24 or 25.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're around the same age. So yeah.
Yeah, and Burrow, I'm pretty sure, is also around the same age too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts. Yeah, because I think it's funny. Me and Amari are actually older than Jamar Chase by a
Yeah,
couple. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he's our age, and he's now really in the prime of his career. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Terry McLaurin, he's still in his prime, but like Amari said, and we seen it happen last year with Brandon Ayuk. He's one bad step, one hit to the leg, one whatever away from you giving him that money. He steps on the field, and then something drastic happens. That's
Or he drastically changes like
yeah,
the
Right.
following year after injury.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, now the Commanders are in a spot. Let's see what happens with them. Let's see what happens with all these guys. I think the final thing for tonight, because I'm looking at it, and I do gotta get ready to go to bed soon. I want to ask both of you this: is Anthony Richardson's time in Indianapolis over with? You guys think at this point?
I
Um,
mean,
no, and
Okay.
like I think Daniel Jones is a temporary fix,
Mhm.
and I think they're gonna tank,
Right.
and the only reason why I say that is because I don't know AR. Like I think I'm not gonna sit here and say he probably gives you a better chance to win than Daniel Jones,
Uh,
but he definitely gives you a better chance to tank. So I just don't understand the decision at that point.
Mhm.
So I think if they were trying to find a replacement for him, which I do think they are, and like I said 2 years ago, and I searched through a Discord that I was in and found where I said it. I knew Anthony Richardson was going to be a bust. The all the physical tools are there,
Mhm.
but the IQ and reading defenses, and then the work ethic was in question from the
Yeah.
start.
Yeah.
So I just never saw it as like, okay, Anthony Richardson's going to be a franchise changing quarterback. I never really saw that. I saw the ceiling, the
Right.
potential. The sky's the limit. The arm talent's there.
Right.
yeah.
It's just there's some things that with him, I don't know. He just can't stay healthy, and he doesn't know how to slide. And I don't know. I think it's just a sad situation to see someone that talented be in the situation that they're in. But then again, he did admit live in an interview that he was tired and pulled himself out of a game. And as a
Yeah.
quarterback, you can't say shit or do shit like that.
You do shit
No.
like that. Nope.
So
Not in the NFL. Not in the
no,
NFL. And even not even in college either. But
yeah,
No.
bullshit like that in Pop Warner, middle school ball, high school ball. You can't pull that shit when you're really in the big leagues. No
Yeah.
bullshit. That's
mhm.
What I'll say about Richardson is I I'm kind of on the fence.
Mhm.
Like I am in kind of more of the boat that his time in Indy is numbered,
yeah.
but I'm not necessarily saying that this year
It's
he's gonna
finished.
be gone. Like
That's
I have more of a feeling that this might be his last year in Indy, but
Mhm.
I don't think he's gonna be gone by the team by the end of the year. I
Right.
I
think
think
it's
they
gonna be
find.
like I
I
think
think
he
they
could
find a way
be
to trade him.
Right.
yeah, unless if they trade him. But I feel like he's probably gonna be like moved in the off season, or like go to a new team in the off season. And hey, like there might be a team out there that has better like system around him that he could, actually show off what he could do. Like, you know, you kind of saw that with Mac Jones when he was in New England. Like, he did good, then he was kind of like not great, and then he went to Jacksonville, put on a decent show, better than last couple of years in New England.
Right.
And then he's with San Francisco, and honestly, Mac might do good this year. I'm not gonna lie. I think he's in a best system for him right now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
That's
kind of
if
how I
Brock
feel
Purdy
about.
gets hurt.
That's
Yeah,
exactly. That's
exactly.
if he gets hurt. Yeah.
That's how I feel about Anthony Richardson. We're like, you know, I don't think Daniel Jones is that much of a healthy QB either as compared to Richardson. So,
Yeah.
I mean, like, I feel like this year he'll probably get playing time. I don't think he's not going to get playing time. But at the same time, I don't think he's going to, like, be in Indy after this year.
Facts.
Like, will he go to, like, Tennessee maybe? Like, if, like, Ward doesn't pan out that well, we'll see there. Like, I don't even know other teams that Richardson could go to be
Honestly,
honest. Like,
I'm gonna give y'all a sleeper, and the only reason I'm gonna give this sleeper because something's telling me this coach, especially seeing how this is playing out right now, wouldn't mind having this kid as a backup to try to develop him once their starter's contract is done in a few years. I see a guy like Pete Carroll trying to see what's up with Anthony Richardson.
I
don't know why. Anthony Richardson just screams Pete Carroll to me for some reason.
Nah,
Like,
I could
that's
see
the guy
it.
right there that I would like, especially if I'm Pete Carroll and I'm watching this play out right now. I'm saying, okay, let's see how this season plays out for him over here. I'm gonna let's make sure that the Colts are on our radar, are on our phone to talk at the end of the year, or even at the trade deadline, bearing something happens to Geno Smith. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
I mean, he'll be better than Aiden O'Connell. So
for sure,
yeah,
for sure, that's a fact. Yeah, no, if Pete Carroll can get his hands on Anthony Richardson, you know, I think Anthony Richardson might be able to salvage an NFL career. For real. You know, in the long, you know, that's if that happens. Go ahead.
He is a Russell Wilson prototype if you think about it, because like he's a great deep ball passer.
Mm-hmm.
He's just taller,
right?
And he's not good at like throwing outside the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's pretty much like a Russell Wilson prototype. So like if Geno Smith regresses a ton one of these years, whether it be this year. I don't think they're going to move on from him anyways, though, after this. I don't know. Well, what did they sign him to?
No, they signed him to a nice contract. They signed him to it was like $100 million. I know that.
Well, hopefully Richardson gets a chance somewhere else. But yeah, I do agree with Connor where like the days are numbered. You kind of do got to think of it in a sense where like he's young and he's a trade piece, and like you may as well get something in return.
Right. That's a fact.
Geno's
just letting him walk for
2
free or
years,
cutting
75. 2 years,
Oh,
75.
2 years, only 2 years, 75. Oh, okay.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
What's the guarantee though?
66.
Oh,
okay.
damn.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I see how they played it.
So like nearly the whole thing.
Yeah. And then
So he's
incentives could
gone.
raise it to 85.
What if he like incentive based? I'm assuming.
That's what I said. Yeah, incentives.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
okay.
right. Because technically it's an extension. Yeah, because he
Yeah.
got traded. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So honestly, that's really like if the Raiders want to trade for, well, they end up or look at him later on, like in the offseason, and want to trade for a guy like him. Okay, listen, we're gonna bring you in, but you're developing. You're not seeing the field like that. Unless something bad happens, we want to trade for him, and we want to develop. We want to trade for you and develop you. All right, boom. At least you sit in a system for a couple years. You could even be on the same Geno Smith type of timing. Sit for a couple years and just watch and learn the offense. And see what the quarterback has to do. See how Geno Smith or whoever is playing that position, because that's only going to benefit him. If he came into the Colts organization with the starter already in hand, I think it would have been better for him to at least watch what goes on rather than throw him into the fire. Because even when they threw him into the fire his rookie year, the first few games, he was all right. He was smooth. He
Right.
just fucked up his shoulder. And ever since he fucked up his shoulder, he was never the same.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like if the kid just sits back, relax, and just learn from whoever he's learning from, I think it'll do wonders. But them throwing him in the fire like that, and even last year, how you could just tell, like, yeah, he was out there being a shell of himself, running for his life and whatnot. It wasn't helping him. It wasn't helping him because he still has the talent. He has the talent.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, how it's looked right now, it's looked like he's in the bust conversations at the moment.
Right. Absolutely.
He is. Was there anything else I wanted to mention before we wrap it up? I'm trying to think. I think there was something else. I think so. Since we're on the topic, since we got Connor, a Patriots fan, and even Amari tunes into the Patriots. How do you think this Kyle Duggar situation is going to play out?
I mean, he's old.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you know, like there's only like there's just younger guys right now on the roster, and just the way that defense has shifted, like he's just gonna have to take lesser of a role, and that is what it is. I mean, I want to, like, I'm rooting for him. You know, I like Kyle Duggar. I think he's a great football player. But, you know, I think his role has changed. I think they've made it kind of a little bit clear to him, too. His role has changed.
Exactly.
And we'll see how he responds to it, whether he wants out or he just wants to be a leader and play that role. Like, that would be awesome to just have him as a leader and to keep him in the building in not in a limited role, but not as big as we would have seen it in the past so far. So I think the Duggar situation would be all right. I don't see them like cutting him unless he's like complete garbage or something, which
Right.
I can't see that really happening either. So
That's fair. That's fair.
For
I
me,
was thinking the same thing. Connor, you got any thoughts on that?
oh yeah, go ahead. I'll give my thought after you're done. Go ahead.
No, for sure. I was gonna say real quick, if anything, because obviously they're using him more on the second team. Yeah, he's still a safety. They've dropped him also at times in the box to play linebacker, at outside linebacker to rush the passer and whatnot. Maybe for especially now having Jalen Hawkins and also rookie Craig Woodson on the team, I think at least for right now, you could still have him in that hybrid safety role. But I wouldn't be surprised if they even start using him more at the linebacker position, because he also does somewhat fit the mold. He's a little bit shorter, obviously, because he's more of a safety, but he does fit the mold, especially body type, and with that he can hit. You could throw him in some reps as linebacker too on occasions, whether it's to be near Robert Spillane or Jack Gibbons or whatever, Christian Ellis. Like, you could throw him into a role where, okay, listen, you're right now, we have you at linebacker. Depending on the defense that we're running, you're going to go back to safety. But if you want to keep him more in the box, especially near the line of scrimmage, that's where he's best at. He's best at really getting after the guys with balls in their hands. Pause. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the role that's really been his mold since he's been here. He's been a hard hitter, and he can get his hands on the ball. If you want to use him more in the linebacker role, I'm all for it too. You know, but you can't give up a talent like that, because I know he struggled the last couple of years. But Kyle Duggar, if he seems like his ankle was healthier, give him more of a shot. Keep him on the team. If you do decide to trade him, make sure you trade him for somewhat of value, a value pick. But I mean, I wouldn't want them to give up on him that easy. You know, he still brings value to this team.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, he's kind of like, it seems like they're kind of gonna play him like in who's the player that's kind of like him that you mentioned, like a line. Crap, bless you, Jamal Adams.
Oh, facts.
Like kind of in a sense where like you would like he was a safety, but he would like drop as a linebacker. Kind of what it looks like they're gonna do with him in Las Vegas right now.
Right.
But yeah, honestly, I am more of the sense that he'll probably be on the team for at least like 5-6 weeks, and then maybe trade deadline something happens. But
fact.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, the situation is just gonna have to play out itself at this point. That's kind of where I'm at with it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
No, we'll definitely see what happens with that. You know, Kyle Duggar, hey, you've done all you could, but I know it's been tough for you, bro. But
Mhm.
sometimes things have to happen. It's a business. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's not even with just you, Kyle Duggar. It's with all these guys in the NFL. They're under contract. They're working. You have a job. Anybody can be replaced. Anybody can be fired, moved on, traded. Anything can happen. Kyle Duggar, I still root for you, bro. I still believe in you. Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
You
Hell
so
yeah.
nice. But other than that, I think that's about it for tonight. I think that's
Yes,
about it.
sir.
Yep.
Oh, actually, before we go, Andrew finally chimed in. Appreciate you, Andrew. He did. I'll put it up here. He did say it's a really disappointing season for the Red Sox because I was hoping they would make the playoffs this year. Yeah, I'm hoping the season ain't over yet. Season ain't over yet, dog. But
Right.
we all had big expectations.
Still could happen.
The year. Yeah, they still been playing hard. They go out there every night. Just
No.
some nights are just it's not. Some nights are ugly. I will keep it like that. Some nights are ugly.
Yeah,
not-
some nights are worse than others.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
We've had the highs of highs and lowest of lows. Trust me, we've seen it all this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he also said Red Sox not making the playoffs. This team is pathetic. You can't even beat a bad Orioles team. Yeah. I know. You got a point. You got a point. Still believe in them though. Still have some believe in them, bro. I tell you, it ain't over yet. But I tell you, if the playoffs started today and the Red Sox were in it, I don't see them make it past the wild card. I'll tell you that.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know. But Andrew, keep believing in them, bro. I appreciate you tuning in. One more thing. But you do realize how trash the Orioles is, right? Yes, bro. We know how trash the Orioles are.
We know.
Bro, Andrew, you should have been in here when I first started. You were here when I first started. I almost punched my computer screen, bro. I know. I watched the last couple games, bro. We all watched the last couple games. We know. We know, bro. But yeah, Andrew, appreciate you tuning in. We about to get out of here, bro. Hell yeah.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? With that final thought, this has been another edition of What the Hell is Happening in Sports alongside Bay State Media. Hell yeah, Chad.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed.
Appreciate my brother Amari for tuning in. I say tuning in. He's on the live with me. Coming in here for some moral support. Show love to the Bay State Media page. They're also live as well as we are speaking. Shout out to Conron for making it in as well right before the end. But yeah, man, nightly recap. You know, we'll be back at it tomorrow. There's no Red Sox going on. I'm definitely gonna be live tomorrow. I might do some other shit, but I'm gonna keep y'all in tune. You already know. I appreciate the bros for coming in though.
Yeah, we got more baseball tomorrow.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I know the Red Sox are off, but yeah, there's gonna be some more baseball going on.
There's some good games. There's important games for us too. The Mariners are playing the Phillies tomorrow, so
and they lost today.
Yeah, so we need that. The Yankees are playing the Rays. We need the Rays to step up and beat them.
I'm telling you, we need a whole lot of shit to go on. That's and it's sad that we have to say that now compared to for the last few days. But yeah, chat. Until later on, because it's already past midnight. I'll be back later on. I know Amari will be back too. Conron will be back too. So just catch us later on. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Love y'all. Peace.
Deuce.
Yes, sir. See.